Hello, I'm here with Mrs. Hosts today. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Okay, so can you describe your perfect classroom for me?
Oh, my perfect classroom is a group of students who are engaged and wanting to learn history and are involved and are prepared to learn. They can be talkative, they can be, as long as they're engaged and they're excited about the subject, that's my idea of a perfect classroom.
What is one thing that you've learned from your students through all the years that you've been teaching?
I've learned a lot from my students. It's not one thing I've learned from them. They're always challenging me. They always have questions, and they always make me think about things differently. In particular, we had one quote a few weeks ago about angels. If men were angels, we would need government. And it was, I can't remember which president said that, but then they pointed out to me that angels aren't perfect. And I said, and angels have government. And I said, you know what, you're right. So kids surprise me all the time, and I'm always shy. I learn just as much from them as they learn from me.
Okay. What keeps you going as a teacher?
My students keep me going. It's very dynamic. I teach 8th grade, and they're very excited, and hormones are all over the place, but it's something that is never boring. It's never a boring day when I come with my class. There's always some type of drama going on, and that's what keeps me going as a teacher.
What was the most productive product you've done with your students?
The most productive project
Project or assignment or...
One that we did on Colonial America. That was really exciting, and they got to set up booths and go around and talk to each other and pretend like they were back in colonial times.
That's cool. Okay. What's one thing that you've learned from this conference that you're going to take back to your classroom?
There's a few things, but today we're talking about famine in Russia and in the Ukraine, and I think I'm going to take that back and kind of compare it to what happened to the Native Americans and also what happened during slavery, how man's humanity to man, and what can we do to keep that from happening again.
Okay. Are your classes more diverse, or are they all just the same? Nobody wants to talk, or?
I have 5 classes I teach, and they all are very diverse. And I have some that are more interested in history and some that are less, but most of them are interested.
How do you keep the students engaged in what they are learning?
I try to ask thought-provoking questions, get them to talk to one another, get them to figure out, and they really get upset. One of the recent things they were upset about is the Trayvon Martin decision, and they were all up in arms, and they were ready to go out and protest. Calm them down. So yeah. I try to bring whatever's going on in the world. I try to connect it to the past and get them excited about it.
Has there been other things that you've connected to the past with them, other than the Trayvon Martin thing?
Let me see. I can't think. That's throwing me off. I can't think right now. I'm quite sure there is. Can't think right now. We talked about Trayvon Martin. We were talking about balance of power, and I told them it was really interesting what was going on with the healthcare issue and how the Congress passed the bill, the president signed the bill, and now it's before the Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court can actually overturn. I said this is a very interesting case in balance of power and checks and balances and how each part of each branch keeps each other in check. So I try to, whenever something happens in the media, I try to bring it in.
Okay. Well, thank you for sitting down and interviewing with me today.
You're welcome. Not too bad.